Hi, in this video I'll be explaining what higher availability is and what all are the protocols that are used for implementing higher availability over HA. Before jumping into the configuration of HA in FortiGate, I'll be explaining the protocols that are used by FortiGate and the type of redundancy that is attainable using these protocols. So let's start. As I said before, higher availability or HA for short is a network concept to ensure redundancy by installing a second device to ensure uninterrupted flow of traffic even if the first device fails. In simple words, higher availability means to eliminate security gateway, in our case the firewall device, as a single point of failure by introducing redundancy. Applying the same concept to FortiGate, FortiOS provides various protocols for implementing HA. The first protocol that supports HA is called VRRP or Virtual Router Redundancy Protocol. VRRP is an industrial standard, and so we can use VRRP to create HA between two dissimilar devices. For example, you can use a FortiGate device as well as a Cisco router, and they can be clustered so that we have redundancy. The next three protocols that I will be mentioning are FortiGate proprietary protocols. It can only be configured on Fortinet devices to form a cluster and to provide redundancy. The first one is called the FortiGate Cluster Protocol or FGCP. Using FortiGate Cluster Protocol, we can do HA using two FortiGate devices. We will be forming a cluster of two FortiGate devices and we can obtain redundancy. The next is called the FortiGate Session Life Support Protocol, or in short FGSP. This protocol is used for clustering two FortiGate devices in an existing system or an existing network where we are already having two load balancing devices or two routers. The third one is called the FortiGate Redundancy UTM Protocol or FRUP. It is actually an extension of FortiGate Cluster Protocol, wherein FortiGate HA and switching HA work together as a single unified design. So we will be having two switching devices and they will form a cluster, and in between those two switching devices will be placing a cluster of two FortiGate devices and redundancy is obtained. In FortiGate, there are two modes of HA that is configurable. The first one is called the active-active and the other one is called the active-passive. In active-active mode, two FortiGate devices will work side by side, sharing the traffic or load balancing among them. So they both take traffic and they analyze those traffic and forward the traffic based on the policy. And the other mode is called the active-passive, wherein one FortiGate device will act as the primary device and all the traffic will be handled by that device. The secondary or the backup FortiGate device will stay passive. It won't handle the packets until the first router or the primary router fails and all the data flow falls over to the backup FortiGate. At that moment, the backup FortiGate will change to active mode and it will start handling the packets. That's all for today. Thank you for viewing.